Hey everybody, welcome back to Women Carry Knives. On the table in front of us, I just love this knife. We're going to be taking a look at the VDK Vesta. Now, right off the bat, this knife is going to run you about $135. Is it worth it? Yes. In my opinion, yes. I don't tend to review knives that I don't care for because I don't really want to give a bad review on something. Now, if it's a knife that I really do like and maybe there's an issue with it, I will still review it in hopes that maybe the company will see what the issue could be and fix it. But I will always reach out to the company first if there's a problem. VDK I've never had a problem with. I love the knives. They are just phenomenal, for a lack of a better word. Just phenomenal. This beauty, absolutely gorgeous. I absolutely love it. We have got this beautiful D2 blade with this black DLC finish. I love that, and I love the Jade G10 scales. So you do have some black DLC liners in there. They are absolutely skeletonized, and I wish I had a light to put underneath, but if you guys can see that, which, there you go. There's a good angle right there. Makes this knife super light. You actually have the jade backspacer on here, which is pretty cool. And then you have kind of a stonewash clip on this one, which I thought was pretty cool. I like that too. Fit in hand. Now, this is absolutely a large knife for me. Large in the sense that it's very long. Handle-wise, it's more of a small size because it is a very small, sleek handle. Now, the liner lock, and this thing just came beautifully centered. I mean, if you can see that, beautifully centered, super smooth. This one's running on ceramic bearings, so it has like a 10 on the fidget factor scale. It is just awesome. The only thing I have an issue with, and I don't know that Therapeutic Edge has that, is that the liners do run very low, and it's a little bit harder for me to get to. However, I still can, and it doesn't stop me from carrying it. Now, this one is a little harder for me to carry in pocket, simply because of the length of it. Let's go ahead and get into some specs on this one. So if we're looking at the blade length, we are looking at 4 inches, okay? 4 inches with a 4-inch cutting edge. So they actually call the blade a 4.2 inches, which, you know, I guess I can see that. And your handle length is basically the same length. Now, there you go. I don't always see that as common. Like, the blade lengths aren't always as long as the handle lengths. There's a little bit of a difference, but the blade on this one is 4.2 and the handle is 4.3. So you're talking just a small, small difference, which makes it very symmetrical. Your overall length is going to be 8.5 inches. So again, this is a large knife. If we go ahead and compare this one to the Spidey Rat, you are talking lengthwise, you're looking at a little bit, a quarter inch, about a quarter inch over. Pivot to pivot, you know, your blade length is not that much different, but your handle length is going to be about a quarter inch total. Let's see. Yeah, about a quarter inch, almost a half an inch on that. So, large knife, yes. Feels like a large knife. In hand, I have to say no, because of the feel of the handle, but the length of the knife, absolutely. Then we've got our Benchmade here, if we want to take a look at this one. So again, if you're going to go pivot to pivot on this one, you're going to see that this I consider more of a medium-sized knife. This is definitely a large-sized knife. And if we go end to end on this one, you're looking at over 1.5 inches, or just about 1.5 inches in length difference. Now, because this is Jade G10, this would be one that a Therapeutic Edge would absolutely change. He and his favorite colors, black and gray.
I see a Vesta and I want to dye it black.
He would absolutely dye it. I don't know that I would dye this. If I had to, I would probably make it red or purple, because those are my favorite colors. And I think the red would look absolutely awesome with the DLC coated blade. But because of the looks of this, there's something about it, I would actually want to keep this as the jade, especially because I love how with the jade and the black, all your black screws, your back pivot, it's going to be, I don't know, there's something about it that just looks kind of dressy to me. And I really like that about it. Now you do have a bit of a little thumb hole here. Now I can't, it's too small for me. I can't get my finger in there. So it's more of a, to me, it's more of a looks. It's not something I can roll out. It's not something I just cannot get my finger in there. So maybe you guys can. Therapeutic Edge is not in the room right now. I don't know if he can, but the flipper is action on this is just phenomenal. It is so smooth. And again, because it's running on bearings. Now, you know, I reviewed another knife and I had mentioned about washers not always feeling super smooth. Yes, they can be, but to me, most of the time, all the knives that I have that run on ceramic bearings are just incredibly smooth, and it just makes the fidget factor so much more fun. Now, this knife, you would think for its size that it's going to weigh, you know, 3-4 ounces, somewhere around there. This knife, and I believe just because the skeletonized scales in there, you're only looking at 2.5 ounces. That is really light for a knife that is this size. And I think that's great because, you know, you do want to have a workhorse. And sometimes when you have one that's going to be really good, it's a larger size knife, to have it be lighter in weight, to me means you're going to be able to do a little bit more with it. That's not hard use. I don't know that I would hard use this knife. I don't know that it's really made for hard use, but for what we have used it for, you know, it has been great. All right, you guys, this has been a look at the VDK Vesta. Again, it runs about $135. Overall, I think it's a wonderful knife. I would purchase it, absolutely. And hope you guys get a chance to take a look at this one or even get this one in hand. I think you'd really enjoy it. Thank you so much for joining me tonight or today, whatever it may be for you. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button on the way out. It helps the channel. Also, go ahead and hit that like button. That also helps the channel. Feel free to leave a comment. I'd love to talk to you guys. You know, I try to answer every one of your comments on there. And hope to see you next time. Thanks for joining me.